Hello, girls. Give me. I haven't been live in such a long time. All my equipment is all messed up. Oh, it seems dark on the bottom. Hello, hello, hello. How are you all? I feel like I haven't seen you or heard from you. Well, I have heard from you, but I haven't been here like face-to-face live in so long. This week I've been kind of like messed up, if you want to say, out of commission. I'm sorry. There we go. Like all my stuff has been in a room that we have like our suitcases from when we were traveling, and so I'm kind of like working around it, like behind my phone, and the light is like everything is like piled up right now on that side. So, but how are you? How has everything been going? I just looked, and we have just hit what I had wanted to hit last week, which was fine. I always say like I just kind of reschedule my goals, but we are just over 300 women strong in here, and to me that is out of this world. That excites me so much to know that we have a place, we have a safe place, if you want to say, because it is private place for us, and I have not seen or needed to get rid of anyone, because all of the energy, all of the vibes, if you want to say, in here have been positive and strong and supportive and empowering, and that's what I wanted. I wanted a place for learning, for growing, for being able to offer you courses and ways to still advance and advance and advance, because I am never finished learning. And if you are in this group with me, then that means that we're very much the same. I'm constantly buying new books and new audios and listening and learning and purchasing courses through other coaches or seeing my own coach. It never stops. So I am excited because actually there's two things I wanted to talk about in here before I present it in my regular page post, if you want to say, because I haven't been over there in a very long time either. So next week, I think I told you guys in here, but next week I'm doing a free group on how to find your happiness right now. I learned the hard way, and I spent a lot of my time, my life, waiting to be happy. And through my experiences, or if you want to say my hardships, that I would not give up because I needed them. They were for me, and they taught me. I have learned a lot, and it has led me in the right places, classes, courses, people, connections, whatever you want to say, to find and create my happiness right now, no matter what is happening around me. I don't know how many people say to me, oh, you know, it's easier, you have a life that's easier. I'm like, I'm going to get raw, if you want to say it, and I'm going to share a lot of my personal experiences next week, along with adding in there what you can do to create a happy, if you want to say, state of being, state of being, but it's really, there's not a sign that kind of equals that. It's what you create for yourself, your whole area, no matter what is happening all the way around you. You could have chaos, sadness, whatever it is. This is the place where you create your happiness right here. And I'm kind of looking, and I am so crooked. I'm sorry, I'm seeing my film over here. Good thing it's all women in here. You know what, I think it's my curved back. I really am quite off. So, like, there's my daughter. Hopefully she will text my husband, not my son, my husband too, because I'm not answering right now, but I really am crooked. That's bothering me. That's called OCD. All right, so that's one thing, and I'm going to open it up to the general, if you want to say public, whoever wants to, but they're going to just have to join our group because I'm not going to do it over there. I'm going to do it in here. That's next week. So every day, and every day I'm going to be committed to going live. And I think I probably will be going live from Cape Cod because I think I'm going to go visit my parents one last time before the summer's done. So I'm going to have to try to figure out how I'm going to go live in Cape Cod. But that's next week. But right now what I want to talk about is creating the perfect body. You know very well what I think about that. That first of all, there's no such word as perfect. I've spent a lot of my life trying to chase that down. It doesn't happen. It's not existent. So you already know that there's kind of like a catch to this. So here's the thing. If you saw a theme, if you want to say, in all of my posts today, it had to do with comparing. And the biggest thing to give you happiness, to be happy where you are right now, is to stop comparing. And I have been guilty, one of the biggest persons guilty of that, of comparing myself to everyone else, of how I do, of how I learn, how fast. I remember growing up, how fast I read compared to other, you knew who was in which group when you were in school. And before I even knew about like body image, anything like that, what you look like, it was other things that I compared and put myself down because I compared to others. They were faster or better. And I'm not a good, I don't know the sign for it, athlete. That's competitor, but I'm really not good. I can exercise on my own, but as far as like sports, I'm terrible. I was like when you went to school and they would pick and they'd pick for teams, and I was like the lonely last person. Like they would pick anyone over me. So that's not like the best feeling when you're comparing yourself. But when it comes to bodies, at my thinnest, best weight, if you want to say, I was still the most unhappy person that there was because I was comparing to someone else. And what I forget is that probably someone maybe was comparing themselves to me. I don't know. I forgot to look that way. I was only looking that way of what I didn't have and what wasn't making me happy and comparing. And so going along with this, with the compare part, is loving yourself. I know it sounds corny. It sounds, I don't know, cliche. I think I spelled that right. No, maybe not. But it couldn't be more true. Truly. Why would we expect our bodies to react how we want them to become stronger, healthier, faster, better, whatever you want to say, if we are consistently picking on them, putting them down? There goes my dogs. You can hear them going crazy. Why? I mean, do our children react well, or our spouses, well, really it would just be spouse, or spouse, react well when we pick on them and we put them down and we're looking down? Never. My kids react when I come from a place of love. I might be upset, but a place of love, and I'm not like tearing them apart. But we tend to do that to ourselves. We tear ourselves apart, and then we expect to see results. There we go. I had to think about this. Not this response. Results from programs that we're doing. I mean, how many of you and how many diets have you tried in 1 year or over the years and gotten mad or upset? It's not always about the program. Many times it's about us. How we respond, how we're looking at our bodies. We're no different than anyone else, not responding when we are tearing ourselves down. There is one you and one me. And sometimes I wish there were more of me, but there's one. There's no other. And many people, you may never know who, want what you have. I never saw that in myself. For a very long time, I didn't. Now I do. And it really has nothing to do with my body. Yes and no, because you have days where you feel good and you feel like you look good and you feel confident. But more than anything else now, I force myself to be happy before I look in that mirror and like or not like. Does that make sense? From the moment I step out of bed in the morning, refuse anymore to what I used to do, stand up and say, oh my God, I'm so tired. For what? Or from what? I hadn't done anything yet. Like, by the time my feet hit the floor, before I even started my day, I already started with negative about not feeling well or being tired or what a day is going to be or it's going to be so long. I hadn't started anything yet. And I already started with that attitude. So of course, by the time I get into the bathroom and I look in the mirror, I'm already not liking what I see. I have not set myself up for success. I set myself up for failure from before I even walked out of my bedroom. So there's so much work we can do that's beyond fitness. Fitness is a part for me, it's a part of me. It's a part of me that feels strong and youthful and makes me feel happy. It releases endorphins. I'm never going to be a person, well, I choose, let's put it this way, I choose not to be the person who spends like an hour in a gym. It's not for me. But 20, 30 minutes at home to like work off a bad day or change my mood or bring me strength, that's what it's for. So being here in this community with us is not about changing yourself for someone else. It's about finding what you like now and building on it. Because if you're trying to change something now to be happy later, you're never going to catch it. You're going to be chasing and it's going to get farther and farther and farther away. If you find your happiness right now, and I'll help you with that next week, then everything else you've been trying to catch up with or get or become part of, instead of catching, become part of, you will be successful at. So one, stop comparing. It doesn't help you at all. It just makes you feel farther and farther behind and put yourself farther and farther down. And two, love. Love what you have now. Everything that you have is a gift, truly. And for me, the way I look at it, it is a gift from God, a gift from however you want to say it, the universe. There is not one other person like you, not one. You have something someone else does not have. I don't care if you have the same job, if you are running the same business, it doesn't matter. You are not the same. You won't do it the same. You have a spark, you have something, an inspiration that's in you that's in no one else. It's not a mistake that you are you. Everything that I went through in my life has brought me here, has brought me connected to all of you. And all of the negative, if you want to say, in the past, really is not negative at all. So, one, stop comparing. Two, find the love for yourself now. And then we'll make some big changes to make you happier. Not happy in the first place, but happier. That's the ER, if you want to say, in sign. Okay, so I don't know why I'm looking. There's not one person. I hope this is actually like recording. It's very strange because normally there's at least one person, but I have like talked to myself this whole time. So hopefully someone will see it later and I'm talk to someone else. All right. So I'm very excited to put this out there. If you know someone who would benefit from feeling a little happier, invite them in. I'll put out the link in my regular page so that they can click it. They don't have to be friends with me. I have many people in here that we are not connected as friends, but they can be here. Okay, women, but only women. All right, have a good night, guys, and I hope, I'm crossing my fingers. Actually, I spent a lot of time talking right now. I don't know if I have anything left if this didn't work. All right, have a good night, and I will be talking to you, setting you guys up for next week. All right, take care.